Welcome to another edition of AEW Dynamite. Dynamite with the shades on. Dynamite with the shades on. With the shades on. With the shades on. So we start off tonight. We had a 12-man tag team match between the Dark Order and FTR and Young Bucks with Hangman Page and Kenny Omega. And this match was just all over the place. All over the place. All over the place. Yes. It was all over the place though. Like I couldn't even keep up with it. I was just like looking back and forth, bodies flying everywhere. I'm like, good gracious. Now this is cool because it's also good to just start off like, shows with 12-man tag team. Just something exciting. So this was good. Dark Order, they was beating up everybody, Lord knows. They was beating up Hangman Page and Omega, but I don't know what it is. It's just something about the Young Bucks. Like no matter what you do to them, they could be getting double teamed by 8 people. They'll find a way to come back. So that's what happens. They found a way to came back, and I kept saying the dark horse of this match is going to be Brody Lee. And he wasn't really getting attacked. He was outside the ring watching everybody get beat up. And he set his target on Hangman Page. And that's kind of how this match ended. It was him and Hangman Page. They was doing right hands back and forth, back and forth. So, Brody Lee, he turned around and did that boom, that big clothesline to Hangman Page for the victory. And I was like, woo. No, I was like, woo. But it was a good match. So I'm just like, man, so crazy, so noisy too. I was like, of course, JR Taz couldn't even keep up with it. It's like, there's so much action going on, Taz. I don't know what to call. It's like, it was crazy. He had a little promo with John Moxley talking about his match tonight with Darby Allin. And he said, he knows Darby Allin gonna bring it. He will too. And he said he kind of reminds himself of when he was younger, fighting with demons in the ring and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, it's going to be a good match. So gotta wait till we get to that part to talk about the match. Next we had MJF, complaining and all like that to John Moxley and putting in his campaign, and he got 100% over Moxley, 88% to be champion. So I was just like, okay. Now in my mind, I would rather have Moxley still be champion. But if it's MJF, it's MJF. He is good on the mic. He can swerve you around. Like the promo he did last week was just really awesome. It was real good. So MJF, he is good and he is undefeated. They said his only match was only loss. I would think it was like a tag match. He wasn't even pinned. So yeah, he's good. He's really good. Next we had this match. Cody Rhodes and Matt Cardona. I was just like, look, Zack Ryder. I ain't saying that. It was Cody Rhodes and Zack Ryder versus the Dark Order. And then I was just looking at it like, it's okay. But I kind of figured that Cody and Ryder was just gonna get the victory. So they did. Yep, they got the victory. Um, he did his radio silence, Rough Rider move. I was like, okay, that's cool. My whole thing about this is that I hope that Matt Cord, Matt, look, hope that Zack Ryder, I'm gonna just keep calling him that. Hope he turns on Cody and goes after that title, because after the match, Scorpio Sky came when Cody was going up the ramp. Scorpio Sky came and he just looked at him and he was like, "I want that title," and I'm like, "Yeah, man, like." It's not that I want Cody to lose the title. It's just I want to see somebody else with the title. That's all. I mean, I guess I am saying that. So, but I mean, it's good when other people have have times with the title, because it shows that the company really believes in other people being champion, not just one person. So we will see. Um, Next, we had Matt Hardy had came to the ring talking about Private Party, and he said they Private Party can always come to him for advice, and he loves working with them. And he was also talking about Sammy from Inner Circle, and he keeps saying that Chris Jericho is brainwashing him into just having him around, just to have him around. Like, he doesn't want to help Sammy grow. Sammy comes out there. Sammy came from underneath the ring and was attacking Matt Hardy, but Matt, he slammed Sammy on the ground, and then Sammy got right back up, was hitting him. He threw a steel chair at him, and he's well, after he threw the steel chair at him, he Sammy had grabbed Matt Hardy and just threw him to the ring post, and Matt Hardy was just bleeding like crazy. I mean, y'all got to see this. He was bleeding like crazy. I'm like, damn, that was a big cut too. I'm like, wow. Like, so I'm hoping that it will be Matt Hardy versus Sammy at the next AEW pay-per-view, All Out. So that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Next up, we had a match with Santana Ortiz versus the Best Friends. Um, this was a good one. I really thought that Santana and Ortiz was gonna win this match, because it's just their style. Like, their style is so cool, laid back. They really attack the opponent. They attack you from behind. They take cheap shots. They be cheating and stuff. But they are some good athletes though. But Best Friends, they just been on the road lately, and I think they are like they rank number 2 as the tag teams in the AEW division. So I said I can tell, like, they just be beating everybody. And just a little bonus, I would like to see the Best Friends versus the Young Bucks. That's what I want to see. I, I don't know if they fought before, but I'm just like, I'd like to see that. The Best Friends versus Young Bucks. That would be like a crazy match. If they were ever to um like cross paths, that would be a good match. The Young Bucks, they are a good tag team as well. They really are. But yeah, this match was good. It was fast paced. Man, Santana Ortiz was uh double teaming Chuck so much in the match, and they was throwing him around. They threw Trent outside. Chuck was yeah, I think he was outside near the fans, and I'm just like, dang, like, this is just crazy. And Santana Ortiz, they did their little double team move, and I thought that was it, and they got a 2 count from that. I was like, damn. But the Best Friends, they picked up the victory. Trent, he had pinned Ortiz in this little roll up victory. I was just like, dang. I really thought Santana Ortiz should have won this match, because they was being dominant the whole match. And I know best friends, always come back for their victories, but this one, Santana Ortiz should have won that. So we will see what's going to happen. Which brings me to the next point. Santana and Ortiz, after they came back from commercial, or they tore up the best friend's car. Oh my God. They was beating this car up with a baseball bat. They spray painted the car and everything. I'm like, wow. So the best friends didn't know about that. That was kind of like right after. But I think on the next segment when the best friends went back there, they was really mad. And it was kind of funny because Chuck and Trent was like, "Well, this is my mom's car. Like I was supposed to bring it back home." And I was like, "Wow. Well, at least they can get a new car." That's what I was saying. Like, get a new car. Um, but the next segment was the Orange Cassidy and Jericho debate. Throughout this, the best thing about this debate was when Orange Cassidy was talking like CNN. He was talking so and I mean he was just saying all these good facts about what's going on with everything that's going on right now. And Jericho was just looking at him like that's the whole thing. Of course, Jericho, was just joking at him, saying he'd take his girlfriend if they went to high school together, he'd take his girlfriend, beat him up all down the hallway and stuff. And Jericho was like, I'm a demo god, like I'm the best. Like I've been here for a while. I was like, yeah. But then right after that, Jack Hager attacked Orange Cassidy and yeah, he took a beating, boy. Beating him up in the corner. Then Swagger threw him to Jericho. Did the Judas effect. I was like, Cassidy was out, boy. But I think this is one of my favorite rivals. It's like Orange Cassidy is up and coming. Jericho is already a legend, so I'm really hoping next week that Orange Cassidy can beat Jericho. I really hope so. I mean, because it will really push him far in AEW, and then he could go right at the Cody title. That's what I believe. He beat Jericho next week. He should go right at the Cody title the following week, and he should be the TNT champion. Because I'm telling y'all, Orange Cassidy, he doesn't talk as much, but he can wrestle. He can wrestle like no other. And he's so cool and smooth. He be look, put his shades on, and he do the little. Hold on, I gotta do that thing, y'all. He put his shades on. He be like, whoa, and then he do the thing with the leg, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm telling y'all, he is so funny. Whenever he does that, it is so funny. But next up we had Big Swole versus Britt Baker assistant, and basically I thought Britt Baker was going to get in the ring, but she didn't. So I knew that she was still injured, so her assistant came in there. Her assistant was doing good for a little bit, but I was like, Big Swole is going to win this match. So Big Swole did. It'll be real interesting to see how this feud going to continue when Britt Baker come back. I think they can have a good little feud, and it'll be good to see Baker come back. And I don't know if they're gonna split victories or whatever, but it should be a good feud. Which brings me to the main event: John John Moxley versus Darby Allin for the AEW World Championship match. Um, for the most part, Moxley was really dominating this match, but Darby Allin, man, this guy, he's a warrior. He was doing everything in his power to just not give up, and he didn't. He was doing all these suicidal moves and diving out the ring. He was hitting Moxley with everything, but Moxley was just grounding him. And Taz was so mad. He was like, "Man, if Brian Cage come out here, man," and JR was like, "Calm down, calm down." He was like, "Look, I'm trying to, but but Taz was giving him some respect. I was like, yeah, I was like, I'm telling y'all, Moxley is the real thing. Like, he ain't you can't take Moxley lightly. You got to be on him, But like I said, this was a cool match. Darby Allin did a suicide dive. I thought this match was won by Darby when he did that cold red from the top rope because MJF came out there and hit Moxley with the title. And I was like, wow, if Darby would have won like that, I wonder how this whole thing would have been. Because it would have been like would Darby Allin feel would still feel like a champion knowing that MJF helped him beat Moxley. If it would have went that way, that would have been crazy. In a way, I kind of think they should have let it. They should have let it, go that way. But I was like, nah, Moxley, kicking out. So he kicked out. Once he kicked out his hit, John Moxley was bleeding, and I was just like, wow. I was like, here we go. He's struggling a little bit, but Moxley, he going to dig down deep and try to get this victory. So Moxley put him in a sleeper, and I thought that was it. And I mean, Darby, he was trying to fight out of it, but once he got him on the ground, and then it's just like he got all this energy. He was getting up, he was punching Moxley, kicking him, and I was just like, wow. So Moxley turned around and he did this power driver. This was like a spike power. I was like, man, I know he might have a major headache after this power driver. So the referee count 1, 2. I was like, that's gotta be it. Darby Allin kicks out. I was like, wow. And Moxley couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So I was like, yeah, Darby Allin is the real deal. So Moxley got him in that DDT. He picked him up and instead of just doing a regular DDT, he picked him up with some force, so he could really feel that. And I mean, yep. So he could really, yeah. So once he did that DDT with more power, that was it. And Taz said he was like, yeah, that's it. I was like, yep, that's it. Count to 3. And Moxley, he was just giving him respect. So I take my hat off to Darby because that was a good match. And I really believe Darby Allin should be TNT champion. I really do because he got the heart of a champion. He never gives up, and you never know what he's going to do in the ring. He always remind me of Jeff Hardy because it's like we never know what Jeff Hardy was going to do, and it's like Darby Allin. It's like he got face paint on one side of his face, and it's like white and black, and then the other side is just regular. So it's like you never know what you're gonna get. But this was a good show though. It really was. It was a good show. I really enjoyed the debate. It surprised me when Cassidy was just Orange Cassidy was just talking about everything that's just going on right now. And I'm telling y'all, he was talking like he need to be up on there. Jericho couldn't believe it. And Eric Bischoff was there. That's another little bump. I was like, Eric Bischoff. I was like, I ain't see Eric Bischoff in so long. Eric Bischoff, man, he the man. But it's gonna be interesting. I really hope Matt Hardy will face Sammy um, at All Out. That would be a good match. Um, if Britt Baker is okay by All Out, then she'll probably face Big Swole. Um, I don't know who the tag team champion is going to face, but I wouldn't mind seeing Hangman Page and Kenny Omega face the Young Bucks again. That would be good. Or they can face FTR would be good. I know they buddies, but I know when it comes times for that gold, they probably would want that belt. So that would be good. I hope y'all enjoyed this review. Did my little impression of Orange Cassidy with the shades on, but that's one of my favorite wrestlers too. He's real cool. So like this video, share, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think about this review. And until next time, woo! Subscribe, baby. Subscribe.